Hello everyone, I am super excited to be live here in the UR VIP experience group, ready for day one of our exciting VIP vitality event. Because who doesn't want more vitality in their lives? So if you're joining me live today, it's because you want more energy and better focus. Maybe you suffer from a slump in the mid-afternoon and just struggle to keep going through your day. Maybe you feel like you've got a bit of brain fog, or perhaps you start one job and then move on to the next job and you forget to finish the first job and it feels like you've got 15 different tabs open in your brain and you haven't finished the tasks in any of the tabs. So you just feel like you're constantly wading through mud and just not on your best game. You're not productive and you'd like some tips to help get back on track. So I'll introduce myself briefly. So I am super excited to share with you some of these top tips. My background has given me a wealth of knowledge that I can share with you. So I'll give you a little bit of a background to who I am and why I'm joining you here today, just briefly before we get into these exciting tips. So my name's Christine and I am a leader with Urban Retreat. My background is that my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia in 2016, and as a result of that, I decided that positivity was going to be an essential component of helping her through that diagnosis. So I undertook studies, postgraduate courses through both Harvard and Yale, one in the science of well-being, which was really more of a neuroscience founded course, and the other one was all about boosting happiness, and that was more coming from a positive psychology branch of education. And I loved them both. I'm also a certified positivity coach, and I have used it to help my daughter through challenges. Then when I personally faced challenges with my health, I nearly died. I suffered a range of symptoms, but that culminated in a series of strokes and brain aneurysms from a genetic condition nobody knew that I had. There are very few people in Australia alive with what I have. It's usually only picked up post-mortem. But because of that, they didn't really know what to expect for me. They told me that I would hopefully be able to regain the ability to walk and to talk. Clearly, I've done that. But that I would never be able to play any kind of sport again. And I decided that I wasn't going to accept that as a limitation for my life. And I said on the spot, nah, I'm going to get a black belt in karate. I have a bit of a stubborn streak, I think. But I do now have that black belt. It took me 5 years, but I got there in December. And on top of that, I am now also current world champion in the 40 plus female category. So I apply all of these tips, all of these tricks to my life, and I'm excited to share them with you. Some of them are simple hacks that you might not know. Some of them are things that could really change the way you think about things. So I'm very excited. Hello, nice to see so many of you here watching live tonight. So first of all, it would be remiss of me during a vitality event, especially on our Energize and Focus Day, not to talk about the benefits of exercise. So it is the most transformative thing that you can do for your life, but possibly in more ways than you realize. Everybody knows that it's good for your health, but do you really understand in detail what that means? So exercise can increase your brain cells. It can improve your memory. it can improve your cardiovascular health, which is probably the best known benefit of exercise. It reduces the impact of all degenerative diseases. Every single one of them is improved with exercise. And it also boosts the following neurotransmitters every time you do it. Dopamine. I'm sure you've all heard of dopamine. That's the one that regulates mood and attention. Serotonin, which is the feel-good chemical produced in your brain when you exercise, and other things. Noradrenaline helps regulate attention and mood. So these are three really critical neurotransmitters that are released when you exercise. And the studies done by Wendy Suzuki in particular that focused on the benefits of exercise showed that you only need to exercise 3 times per week for a minimum of 30 minutes to start generating some of these amazing benefits in your life. So 3 times a week for 30 minutes doesn't sound too bad, does it? It is better. You'll boost your results if some component within that is cardiovascular training. However, you are better off doing whatever exercise is something you're going to stick to, because they've proven that any exercise is better than no exercise. And something as simple as walking has so many benefits to it, beyond even what I've mentioned. There's so many more. So super important to add some exercise into your daily routine. And you're all sitting there. I know some people are saying, yeah, it's all right for you. You're a black belt in karate and you're a world champion. But you know what? 5 years and 7 months and a few days ago, I was not. I was in the critical care acute stroke ward. There was no beds in the female ward, so I was in the men's ward with all of these 70 and 80-year-old guys who were fabulous, lovely. They looked after me like I was a princess. But that's where I was. I had to start with walking down just the hospital corridor. That was my first goal. And one of the best things I can share with you from my training in positive psychology is by a fellow named Sean Acor. He's a bit of a legend in the field. And one of his famous quotes is that celebrations are the oxygen of big potential. So if you can apply that concept to your exercise, you can approach it with the right frame of mind and the right attitude. Because remember, any exercise is better than no exercise. And celebrating where you're at and tiny incremental improvements is the best way to be able to move forward and to make it a regular part of your life. So in the comments, put down, do you already exercise for at least 30 minutes 3 times per week? If so, share what you love to do for exercise. And if you're not yet exercising regularly, then what I'd love you to do is to think about where in your week you can input those sections of exercise, because exercise is what's known as a big rock. So that's one of the things that you need to walk around in your life and fill other things into the gaps. So I'd really like you to leave this session feeling like putting exercise in is possible and it's achievable wherever you're at. If I could go into it from a critical care unit and take it tiny step by tiny step and end up a world champion, you don't have to have anything like that kind of a goal. You just need to be aiming for 30 minutes 3 times a week to be getting the most incredible benefits. So that is the first thing. Now, later in these sessions in the Vitality event, I'll be sharing a couple of ways, additional ways you can tweak exercise to really boost your benefits. But for now, I just want to start you thinking about where can you get that in And what would you ideally like to do? You could dance. You could take up martial arts like me. You could just walk around the block. You could take up soccer or netball, anything. It's amazing these days what is available for adults to participate in. Australia has one of the best sport-loving cultures in the world. And the great thing is that that extends up to masters and veterans levels now, and is so wonderful for us to be able to participate at any level, at any ability. And one top tip is that if you join some kind of club, or you at least have an exercise buddy that you arrange to meet at a certain time, then you are a ridiculous percentage, like something like 90% more likely to do it. So maybe give that some thought as well. Oh, Amy, you say you love walking with your German Shepherd 5 days a week, and also strength train at least 4 days a week. Wow, you are in the superstar category there. That's wonderful. Jacqueline's also exercising 3 times a week. And Julie says walking is my favorite. I know you do a lot of walking, Julie. Very, very exciting that some of you are already embracing this. And those of you who are not yet, then this is your little reminder how important it is, and how anybody, literally anybody, can do it. I know some people in a wheelchair who still take this seriously. They fortunately they're only paraplegic. Quadriplegic would be a bit hard, but they still do weights from their chair. So if that's literally all you're capable of doing, then still schedule that into your diary. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is productivity, because you will feel so much more vital in your life if you are being productive and you're achieving things that you set out to achieve. So what I'm going to do is talk to you a bit about an app that you might choose to go and investigate, because sometimes you need that little bit of help to get organized. And this app is heaps of fun, quite easy, really pretty, does lots and lots of things. And the good news is that most of it is free. Almost everything within the app is unlocked for a free member. So I think that's really great as well. So it's called Structured. And after the training tonight, I will be putting up some posts with reminders of all these things, so you can go and check it out a bit later. But it's really good to help. Now, I'm just going to read through this list because it does so many things. It can help you create tasks, set deadlines, integrate meetings, set notifications, track habits, break tasks into subtasks, which helps it seem less overwhelming. So that's so many things that it does. But a productivity app like that helps to reduce the mental clutter, and it helps with that feeling of overwhelm that you can get when you feel like you've got 15 tabs open in your brain. You know how when you close a few tabs on your computer or swipe a few closed on your phone, that it just seems to work a bit better, a little bit faster? Well, your brain's like that too. And if you can use a device like that, an app like that, to help you get organized and structured with your time a bit better, then you can be more efficient with the time that you're spending. And I like it because I tend to use my planner in a similar fashion. But an app is another option that can be a really good stepping stone if you've never really been able to get planners to work for you. You might need an app to help you get on track. And it's a great way to help make the Pareto principle work for you. So some of you may have heard of the Pareto principle and some may not have, but it basically boils down to being that 20% of what you do in life is going to give you 80% of your results. So if you can use your app to help you stay on task more efficiently and more effectively, so that you are doing more of the 20% of the tasks that are producing the biggest results, then you're going to move forward faster, be more efficient and more effective. So maybe try out the app and see if you can help use it to identify, what is it that I really need to be doing? What is making the best results for me? So you can apply it to all areas of your life. I know that we have some consultants joining me live tonight. They can apply it to their business and using it to help keep them on track for tasks. If you are in a workplace environment, you will know which tasks are the most important ones to do. And sometimes they're the ones we tend to procrastinate on the most. But a productivity app can help keep you accountable and on track to get those done. It can help you in sport as well, because you know what you should be doing at training. There's just so many applications where the Pareto principle can be applied to enhance the effectiveness and give you a more energized and focused life. So I'm going to share two more tips, and they're like life hacks. And then I'm going to share with you 3 products from Urban Retreat that are going to make all of these so much easier and more effective. And I'll explain to you why the products are so good. So first of all, the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, it is actually a beautiful practice that I love that comes from traditional Japanese medicine. And it is both preventative and curative. So it works in both ways. And it is known as, actually I've written down the Japanese word, Shinrin-yoku practice is what it's called. But we translate that into forest therapy, but more commonly known as forest bathing. And this is where they've actually done scientific studies now to prove that if you get into nature, then they can draw your blood and they can measure the increased activity in your immune system as a result of that. It's incredible. It boosts the cytokine productions within your immune system. And that obviously helps to, lead to faster recovery from illness, but also it's really preventative. If your immune system is at a healthy state, then it helps to keep you well. So it's something that they take quite seriously in Japan, and they literally can be prescribed forest bathing. So I think that's quite amazing. I love that concept. They've also done studies that show that having an image in your workplace or your home that has at least a minimum of 70% of tree canopy in the image, that will have a positive impact on your immune system as well. It will boost cytokine production. And I think that's remarkable. So I challenge you all, go and find a picture to put in your home or in your office that has a minimum of 70% tree canopy. So you can see 70% of it is picturing trees, and then you will get a benefit just from that. So that's a lovely little life hack. And of course, it's not as powerful as getting out into nature, but any benefit is good, right? This study went so far as to study people in hospital, and they have proven that somebody in hospital who has a view to the outdoors and is, so long as they can see trees outside of their hospital room, it doesn't have to be 70% trees, but if they can see trees outside of their hospital bed, then they are going to recover faster than someone who can't see a tree. And that is incredible. It actually led to design change in hospitals that are being built these days, and wing extensions, so that more people have a view of greenery, because it can speed recovery in somebody who was likely to have been in hospital for a week. They have proven that they will be released a whole day sooner if they are in a tree view bed compared to somebody who is not. So if you ever find yourself in hospital, work really hard to negotiate a bed that has a tree view, even if that means you are on a waiting list to be moved to one, because it's quite important for your recovery. And it's something that I always negotiated for Sophie, my daughter, every time she was in hospital. Even if it meant that temporarily we couldn't have that bed, I always made sure that the nurses knew we had to move to one of the ones that had a tree view as soon as one became available. So just store that away just in case you ever need it. Jacqueline, I completely agree. She shared here that getting out in nature, bare feet on the ground, is amazing to boost immunity and reduce inflammation. It absolutely is. There's lots and lots of studies that have shown benefit from that as well. Thanks for sharing, Jacqueline. Okay, now gratitude. This is my favorite personally, because this has had a really huge impact on my life and my daughter's life. So a gratitude practice has a huge impact on your life. Studies have shown that having a gratitude practice makes such a massive difference to pretty much every area of your life. But listen to these things. We have a study that was done in 2001 on a group of Catholic nuns. What they did was they went and analysed their journal entries over their lifetime. So most of them entered the nunnery in their late teens, early 20s. So they were analysing the journal entries up until they were 70 or 80 years old, around that. So it's decades of analysis. And they found, without any doubt, that nuns who had a daily gratitude practice as part of their journaling lived a minimum of 13 years longer than those who did not. And not only that, they also had a longer health span, because, of course, this is a vitality event. We want to be vital and healthy into old age. So gratitude is the thing that they have found that has had the biggest impact aside from exercise. So these are two really big pillars. So another study that I found fascinating when I was doing my courses was done in 2003. It was called the Blessings versus Burdens study. And they had quite large groups in the study, like we're talking thousands of people. And they had one group writing down 5 things they were grateful for every day. Another group where they were writing down 5 things that they found annoying or that were a bit of a hassle or a burden each day. And they had another group that was a control group. They weren't writing down anything. And the findings were absolutely conclusive. And they showed that the people who were writing down things they were grateful for each day had a massive positive benefit to their mental health. Their anxiety decreased. Their physical well-being improved. And so many things, so much positive benefit from that practice. The people who were writing down the things that were hassling them or a bit annoying or a bit of a burden each day, they had the opposite impact. So they had to stop the study because it was such a severe impact. And they discovered as a result that what they were doing with the gratitude practice was they were training the people's reticular activating system, which is a bundle of nerve fibers at the base of your spine that acts like an inner Google, and it helps to be the filtration system for your brain, and it looks for what we tell it to look for. And what this gratitude practice was doing for these people was telling them to look for things to be grateful for in their day. And so the reticular activating system is super important because we are exposed to so much information throughout the day that we need it to be filtered to be able to process it. And that's what that system is doing for us. So if you've programmed it to be looking for things to be grateful for, of course it's going to be a positive impact for you. I love that. And another study, this one was from 2016, was about the positive impact on cardiovascular health of having a gratitude practice. It was massively beneficial. So with all of those pillars for the gratitude, the importance of gratitude, I hope it's something you consider putting into your day. And we have also studies that have shown what's required to make it count. And it's quite remarkable how little it needs to be to make a positive impact. By writing down just one thing you're grateful for, or verbalizing one thing you're grateful for every day, then that is going to have these flow-on positive effects. So I really encourage you all to give it a go. When my daughter Sophie was sick, we started what we call the glitter journal. And that was my way of translating the word gratitude to a 6-year-old. And we were looking for the glitter in her days, things that made her happy, things that were great, things to be grateful for or thankful for. And so it evolved to being more than just a gratitude practice. It turned out that it was a way to evolve a whole positive slant to life. And our brains naturally have a negativity bias. So we're more drawn to negative things and we're more impacted by negative things. That's why it's super important to be training your brain towards the positivity. And there were some days where, honestly, the student became the teacher for me. There were a few days that stand out where she was so sick and it had been such a terrible day with so many treatments that she'd had, things that had gone wrong. She'd been in excruciating pain and been agony for me to watch, let alone for her to go through. But at the end of the day, even though she could hardly talk, she was in so much agony, she could list out a page full of glitter from a day like that. And that's when I truly understood the power of a practice like this. It is genuinely life-changing. So that's something I'd love to encourage you to do. My daughter has actually started up her own little fundraiser. We call our approach to life the glitter philosophy, and she's selling these little glitter philosophy bracelets as a reminder. You can see here I've got a couple on, got an orange and a white. I have them as a reminder. One is a reminder for me to be looking for the glitter in my day, and the other one is a reminder for me to be looking for the glitter constantly within my business. And those it has a profound impact. So all the proceeds of these go towards providing gifts for children in hospital and towards Red Kite. So if that's something you're interested in, then reach out to me and I will give you some details of her charity that she's set up to do that. Now, moving on. First of all, before we talk about the incredible power and benefits of these 3 key products from Urban Retreat that are going to be hacks to enhance all of these things, I'd love to know which of those key things that we discussed, so exercise, the productivity app, forest bathing, and gratitude, what resonates with you the most? Which one do you feel that you need the most input into your life at the moment? Pop it in the chat and I will come back and have a look, and I'll be just really curious to see what what people are finding most benefit from. So now I'd love to talk to you about a few urban retreat products. So as you can tell, I'm pretty passionate about health. I'm pretty passionate about positivity, productivity, gratitude, and I am very focused on quality products with outstanding ingredients that have to work. And that's why I love Urban Retreat. That's why I'm willing to put my name to Urban Retreat. And I want to share with you today just 3 key products that I think you will find will make a really big difference to your life. Now, the first one is called Your Daily Fizz. You are Daily Fizz. Oops, where's the camera? There we go. Now, I really, really love this stuff. They are effervescent tablets that you pop into a bottle of water. So I usually pop one in the morning while I'm doing my skincare or cleaning my teeth or, just generally getting ready. And by the time I come back to it, it's dissolved, ready to go. And these are an incredible boost for your day. If you find that you are relying on like sugar to give you a bit of a kick along, or you have that slump in the mid-afternoon and you find yourself reaching for your 4th cup of coffee, or you're reliant on things like Red Bull, then this could be something that you really need, because this is a healthy alternative. And I'm not saying you have to give up your coffee, don't worry, but this could be something that you could supplement within or instead of sometimes, or in addition to, because these have a huge boost of vitamins as well. It's giving you a wonderful boost. It's got B12, which is so essential for so many things, but it's really, really great for natural energy production within your body. And it's got vitamin C. We all know the benefits of that for your immune system. It has zinc, which is beneficial for your immune system, but also wonderful for your skin, your hair, and your nails. So if I'm going to be having something, I love that it's doing multiple things at once. And also is packed full of magnesium, which is excellent for your muscles. It's great for improving any issues that you may have with constipation. It's also really profoundly well known for improving sleep, too. Heart health, reducing migraines and bone health. So there's so many things that magnesium is renowned for. So this also has some natural caffeines in it. So you're not going to get the shakes like you would from overdosing on regular caffeinated drinks, because it's natural forms. It comes, the caffeine comes from guarana, taurine, and green tea, so which have powerful beneficial impacts for your body, in addition to the energy boost and the natural caffeine. So a really wonderful little tool to have in your health and vitality toolkit. Now, the next product I'm going to share with you is called Reset. Now, I don't actually have the specific bottle for Reset, but it looks like this. It comes in a gorgeous little bottle like this. They call them cordial bottles, which is cute. Having your health and vitality cordial. Now, the Reset is a brilliant detox. It's something that they recommend that is good to do every couple of months to give your body that little bit of a boost and a detox. It's brilliant if you perhaps indulge in a few too many alcoholic beverages, because it's a really wonderful, soothing product for your liver, which can get a real hit if you're having alcohol on a regular basis. I know I've got friends that swear by it after they've had a bit of a night out. They say it's a brilliant hangover cure. I haven't haven't consumed any alcohol since my strokes, so I haven't tested it on a hangover, but they swear by it, so that could be something that you might want to have in hand for. But it's brilliant for reducing bloating and helping your digestive system just get back into a really good rhythm. If you've had to have any antibiotics, unfortunately, as wonderful as they can be to help us when we need them, they are terrible for your gut and your digestive tract because they clear out all of the bacteria in there, including the good ones. And unfortunately, that means then once the good bacteria is cleared out, the bad ones can overgrow and cause problems in themselves, which can lead to additional inflammation in the body and so many other negative impact issues. So you might like to have a bit of a dose if you've had any antibiotics. But it's full of great digestive enzymes, probiotics and prebiotics. I think it's got over 14 strains of different ones in there. So it is so beneficial for you and for your body to be taking that. And they, I know that there's an argument out there that your body doesn't need to detox. It's got organs that do that for you. But when you think about it, a car doesn't necessarily need to have good fuel for it to run. It doesn't have to have premium oil and everything in it. But have you noticed how much better your car runs after it's had a service and an oil change, and it just seems to purr along nicely? And I think that's what Reset is doing for our bodies. It's just helping it to work how it should, just getting that little bit of a boost in the right areas to help it run smoothly. So this is like your oil change, and it's something that you should do, just like with your car. It's something that you should do regularly. I do have some consultants and some friends who are taking Reset constantly. So it's not something that you have to stick to only the 2 weeks for. The friends that have chosen to take it on a regular basis are ones that suffer from Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, any kind of digestive disorder. Whilst we don't claim that it has a positive impact on those conditions, we can't make any kind of medical claim. Customer feedback and personal choice has led them to feel that it's making such a positive difference that they're choosing to take it for longer periods of time because it's having that positive impact. So that if those are any conditions that you suffer from, it might be worth seeing how your body responds to it, because each and everybody is quite different. So give it a try perhaps. And then we also have our tummy tonic, which is a similar concept in that this one helps to keep your digestive tract going well. It helps to reduce bloating. It's got probiotics and prebiotics in there. But this one is an effervescent capsule as well that is designed for daily consumption. So if you feel like you just need a little bit of a boost for your digestive system, then this is something that you could choose to consume regularly. Or I find that if my digestive system's going well, I might just have one if I've had a particularly stodgy meal and I feel like I need a little bit of digestive assistance, or if I'm just feeling a little bit off color, or my system just isn't feeling right. I love having these on hand to be able to give me a little bit of a boost when I need it. So I love that product. And I'm seeing lots of consultants here in the chat saying how much they love it. Oh, and Debbie, you're finding it's helpful for your Crohn's too. That's nice to hear. Yes, good bacteria is needed. And Natasha loves the tummy tonic. Yeah, it's amazing. So now I'm going to finish with one of my, oh gosh, I probably keep saying this, another favorite then, product, the Mind. Now, this is, I find, to be quite a unique product. I've never really seen anything out there that is similar to Mind. This is a nootropic cordial. It comes with the little measuring cup cap, and you take a 15 ml shot of this, well, when you need it, only one per day, but if you need it daily, just one. But this is just like magic stuff. I will be honest, it doesn't taste the nicest. I do need to flush it down with a glass of water afterwards, whereas I find the Daily Fizz is delicious, and the Daily Tummy Tonic is really pleasant too. This one, I will be honest, is not, but the benefits are so worth it. Wait till you hear what this baby does. So this one, I call it my miracle focus food. It is honestly incredible. So when I was talking about the Pareto principle and needing to focus on the 20% of your tasks that produce 80% of the results, this is like the miracle stuff that helps me focus on those tasks, because often those are the tasks that, as I said, we procrastinate on. And you find that it's easier to get distracted. You have to focus a little bit harder on them. And if you're finding that you're getting distracted really easily, if you're studying for something, this is something that I make my daughter take when she's got an exam coming up. She doesn't like the taste of it either, but she'll have it because she can tell the difference for her focus with her study. It's just amazing. This is like closing all the tabs in my brain so that I can focus on the one task. I cannot believe how much more productive I am when I have the help of Mind on top of something like a tool like the app or a planner, whatever you find works for you, to keep track of, okay, what's really important to get done. So it's kind of like my secret weapon to turbocharge my results. It's that good. It also boosts immunity and serotonin levels. So we spoke about the power of serotonin earlier. So this is like a cheat. You don't even have to exercise to get the boost in serotonin. That product will do that for you as well. Although, not that I'm giving you a get out of jail free card for your exercise. You're all still doing that as well, by the way. And it is full of great antioxidants. So this optimizes your brain function and your cognitive performance, your mental alertness, and your memory support. If you find like sometimes you're forgetting where you put your keys, or you start doing something, forget what you were meant to be doing, or do you ever walk into a room and forget completely why you were in the room? Since I've started taking this product regularly, all of that has stopped. All of it. I am blown away, absolutely blown away. And I'd love to know if that's a benefit that anybody else is finding or finds when you give it a try, because it can't just be coincidence. It's amazing. It's also got a patented formulation of selected grape and wild blueberry extracts, which have been clinically proven to enhance your learning. So such an amazing product. I think that you will all love it, and I can't wait to hear your results when you give it a try. So if you like the sound of any of these products, we've got the Daily Fizz, which will be coming back soon. Make sure you comment below and your consultant will let you know as soon as it's back in stock. The Daily Tummy Tonic or Reset if you need a bit of a detox, and Mind. So those were the products that we spoke about tonight. So your consultant, if you don't have your ordering link for your special VIP discount handy, just get a hold of your consultant. They can easily look it up in their back office and send it back through to you. and you can go and try out these products, and we would love you to pop back in here and share any testimonials, any results that you're really happy with as a result of trying the products. And don't forget that the company also offers a 5% bonus credit for people who share reviews with the company. So if there are things that you're loving, don't forget to do that. And of course, for your first order each month, you will receive 10% discount. So I hope you're all enjoying the benefits of being a VIP with Urban Retreat. Okie dokie. I'll just see if there's any quick questions here. How quickly do you notice the difference? Are you talking about mind, Mary? If so, I can tell a difference within minutes on mind. I imagine everybody's slightly different, but you should notice difference from your first dose of that. Your Daily Fizz, I find a difference also really, really quickly, like instantly with this one. I did come across somebody who said it took till the second day before she really noticed a difference. So everybody is obviously a little bit different with that, but most people notice a difference straight away. And I know some of the consultants on Reset and Tummy Tonic were taking photos and then a few hours later another one, and you could see a massive difference with bloating reduction. So that's a visible difference that you can see with those products. And so that hopefully that helps and that answers your question, Mary. Oh, great. Yep, you're talking about mind. Fabulous. Oh, Alex, thank you. I'm glad you found the information interesting. So thank you for joining me tonight, and to those of you watching the replay, thanks for watching. Stay tuned in the group because I have scheduled a few posts to pop up with reminders about the things that I spoke about and about the products that I shared, so that you can go back and refresh and have a look at all of those as well. Because when I'm just live, there's no visual except for watching me. When you see the posts, depending on your learning style, some of you might absorb the information better by reading through the post. So I've provided that as a resource for you as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I love sharing my passion and my knowledge, and I can't wait to share more with you tomorrow night. I've got a range of really exciting things to share. Okay, bye for now, everyone.